Okay, so we're going to start. I'm going to start with an introduction to the Google Docs. For those of you who are not familiar with it, just so that you know, all of Madera Unified students have a Google account. They have a Gmail account. Even if you've never used it before, it exists for you. So I want you to pay attention, make sure that you write down the information needed. So the first thing you're going to need to know is that you need to go to gmail.com. So in the web browser, you would type in gmail.com and it should take you to this website. Now mine automatically saves as my name, but what I want you to do is you're going to sign in with your email. So the first thing that comes in your email is the year that you will graduate from high school. So for you who are in 8th grade in 2014, then you're going to enter 18 and you're going to enter your first name. So if your name was Jenny, then you would write 18 Jenny. And then let's say your last name is Hernandez, then you're going to type the letter H, not your full last name. Then you're going to enter the last three numbers of your ID number. So it's the year that you graduated from high school, your first name, last name initial, and the last three numbers of your ID. Then you're going to enter at Madera K12.org. The password originally set for you is your birthday. So if your birthday was February 2nd, 2000, 2000, then you would enter 02 for February, and then you would put 02 for the day you were born, and then 2000 for the year you were born. So even if your month or the day you were born does not have a double digit, you need to put a 0 in front of it. So then you would enter that in your password. Now, as soon as you log in, if you've never logged in before, it'll ask you to change your password, and I recommend to students that you change your password to your ID number because that's something that's harder to forget. Now, if you want to change it up a little bit, you can maybe put your birthday again, but this time spell out all of the month. For example, if you could put February and then put 02 2000. But it's up to you. Just do something that's easy to remember. Don't get too cute and forget what you wrote down. So now I'm going to log in my own personal one and show you how to use the Google Docs so that you can put your essay on there. So if I can get my password correct, there it is. So once you get to this part here, you're going to go to compose. Oops, not compose, I'm sorry. You're going to go to the section here that looks like it has little dots of square, and then you're going to go for your drive. So once you're at your drive, then you go to create. You're going to create a document, and once you create this document, the first thing that I want you to do is to change the name to the document. And the way that you do that is by clicking on the word untitled document. And then it prompts you to enter a new name. Now, for our research paper, I would like you to name it accordingly. So if you're in period 1, then you would enter 01. That's the period. Then you're going to put a space, and you're going to put 01 and then your first name. So if your first name, obviously you would write out your name, not first name, and then you would write research paper for the name, and then you press OK. So that's the way that I want you all to name your paper. 01, first name, and then the research paper. Okay, so now if you don't remember how Google Docs works, what you want to do is you want to share it with your teacher or even with your friends who would like to help you edit your paper. So before you start typing anything, I want you to go to the share button that's blue. So click on the share, and then you're going to want to share it with somebody else, maybe one of your friends. So I will share it with myself, since this is a practice one, my personal email. Then here where you see can edit, you're going to want to change this only if you want to. So for example, if you're sharing it with your teacher, you're going to want to leave it at can edit. But let's say you want to share it with a friend because they need an example of what a good essay looks like, then you really don't want them to change things around. What if they mess up what you're already worked on and it looks good? So then you're going to want to only put can comment. That way they can write something down. Hey, I think you need to capitalize this letter, or you should use a comma here, or a hyphen, or a dash, whatever it may be. But if you don't want them to comment and you just want them to look, then you would put can view. Now they can just see it and they can't make comments or edit. I recommend at least the comment feature. And for a teacher, you're going to want a can edit feature. So anyway, I'm going to leave my own at can edit. So that means I can make changes to my own paper as in my other email. So then I'm going to press send. By the way, if you're typing in the name of somebody in the school, then their name will already pop up. So if I would type in the name of a different teacher, then it would come up. So if I were to share this with, for example, Mrs. Rodriguez. See, her name is already coming up, so I really don't have to memorize it. So anyway, just so you know, they should automatically populate your invite section if you're logged in under the Madera Unified email. So I'm going to press cancel just because, well, you know what, I'll press send just so you see what it looks like. And now it says, are you sure? And you are going to want to say yes. Yours might not. But anyway, there it is. And when you're done, then any changes that I make to my paper will be shared with my other email. So as you type away, you see that it says saving in this section. Saving, see, automatically saves. I no longer need a flash drive. I no longer need to email this document to myself. Every change I make will be saved on here. Now, I would recommend, obviously, that at first you make sure that you do your title, or your header, actually. So you're going to want to put in your first name and your last name. Then you're going to press enter twice. So you're going to be here, 1, 2. And then you're going to put your teacher's name here. And then you're going to put the name of the assignment. So here for this one, it's research paper. And you can call it that. And then the last one will be the date. And the date, I want you to make sure that you do it in this format. So if the date was February, then you would do 02. Let's say it's the second day of February. And then 2014. That would be the MLA format. Then I want you to press 2 times again. And then you're going to go to the center now. Oops, sorry. It should be here. You're going to go to the center one here. And then you're going to put the title. Now the title, I want you to select it, underline it, and then press the underline again so it stops it. And then you're going to go back to the left side. Now every time you start a paragraph, you're going to want to indent. So make sure that on your keyboard you look for the word that says tab. It's on the left side usually. And there begins your paragraph, your hook, overview, your thesis, just like we've done for every other essay. Now you'll notice that there are some changes here. My tab no longer exists, possibly because it's a giant word and it wants me to split it up. So here it is. So now you'll see that it is tabbed, and here's my period. Okay, then enter again, press your tab, and you begin typing. Alright, so that's what you're going to do, and it saves automatically. And that's your introduction there to the Google Docs.